A lot of games this year, which means a lot of opportunities for players this year to stake their claim in all these different rosters for all these different trophies. Orlando really has become the hub of American soccer over the course of 2020 and into 2021 as we get set to go for the United States and Trinidad and Tobago. World Cup qualifying amongst the objectives in the year ahead, and the year is now underway.
This is as much about the individual performances as it is for the collective.
Vines playing that ball into Ferreira. A little bit of hesitation there from Fonset. Ferreira laying it back in on an empty net. And Jonathan Lewis has his first career international goal.
You're going to see he sees the space. Ferreira, the running from inside this Trinidad and Tobago back line just completely opened up. And then the awareness in that moment to lay it off for Jonathan Lewis to put it in the back of the net here for Ferreira. Has a lot of time to think about it. Sees Fonset out of his goal, lays it back, the run from deep from Lewis, and it is easy going here for the United States early, getting on the board. Great start, high intensity, high pressure, finding the gaps. 1-0.
Andre Fortune rising up there, couldn't get it fully clear. Lewis has Vines, his Rapids teammate. Vines, the cutback is turned in. Jesús Ferreira, his first international goal.
You're going to see now Jonathan Lewis on this near side. When the U.S. pick it up, he takes up a good position, and here comes Vines from out of your screen. The timing of the run, oh, maybe a hint of offside in there as well. And it's cut back, and Ferreira, to go along with his assist on the first goal, gets himself a goal, which is something Greg Berhalter said to us before the game. He wants to see him get in front of the net and put one in the back of the net. Only one goal for FC Dallas all of last year, and he gets his first international goal in his second cap, and a really well-worked goal for the United States.
Fans that are manning the wall at Exploria Stadium are trying to make some noise. And the Jets outswinger, dealt with by Alvin Jones, only as far as Arriola. Will reverse it, Leggett, knocked down, Aaron Long, Ferreira, Long another chance, and it comes to nothing. So U.S. Soccer was also very thankful to Terry Fennick and the Trinidad players that they were able to come in and provide an opponent at the end of the January camp. Aaron Herrera's cross into a good area, and it stays out somehow. That was Lewis rising up.
That one was harder to miss, I think. That's the old close your eyes header and hope it hits the back of the net.
Again, for Arriola to chase. Missed most of last year with a torn ACL. His second appearance for the U.S. Sents. Arriola into the middle, Leggett. That was a late challenge there. Might have put him off. Leggett put it right at Fonset, who makes the save. Arriola on the turn, gets it away for Ferreira. He's got Lewis on the near side. He might not need him. Jesús Ferreira able to cut it back. How about Arriola to stab it in? 3-0 for the U.S. Paul Arriola gets another goal.
Oh, and it comes from deep in Trinidad and Tobago's end. Kellen Acosta wins the header, and it's Paul Arriola who starts it and then finishes off the play. Stays with it. Ferreira trying to get away there from Archer. Pauses, wait, good weight on the pass as well. The vision, the awareness here from Jesús Ferreira, because he recognized in this moment, okay, maybe the opportunity's gone. Can I lay it off? Yes, you can. Paul Arriola have a day with his goal. All three front players of the United States have scored in this game so far, and they could really run the score up here.
It was back for Jackson Ewell. Leggett popping up out wide. Leggett's crossing to a good area, pigs around. Good reaction by Fonset there. Might have come off the defender Trimmingham last, as Ferreira was in the area.
No, the quality of service for the U.S. from wide areas has been excellent. When this one gets to Leggett, just watch the pace.
That's a great ball, and a chance for another. Fonset made the save there as a late run by Aaron Herrera. Ferreira trying to steer that for Arriola, and he did. Arriola's attempt is in off the post. Paul Arriola, second goal of the night. Third goal in 2 international matches since his return from the torn ACL.
Paul Arriola showing some of that 2019 form when he was firing the goals in for the United States and for DC United, and what a great first touch. The flick on comes from, guess who? Ferreira, again with another assist. Fonsette's able to get a hand on it and actually pushes it right into the top corner there, in off the post for Paul Arriola, unable to clear. Then Trinidad and Tobago caught out of position defensively. It was Jack from that left back position, and then what a finish, Paul Arriola. 4-0 United States, getting that fourth one right before the end of the first half here.
Costa brings that down. We'll have one added minute here at the end of the first half. Arriola on the deck. Ferreira. Kellen Acosta. Saved by Fonsette, and the rebound swept away. That should be the final action of this first half, and indeed it is. So what we would have expected, what we would have hoped for, has proven true so far. Jesús Ferreira, the star, a goal and 3 assists. Here's Kellen Acosta to take the ensuing free kick. It's a free header right in front. It's turned in on a diving header by Miles Robinson for his first international goal on his first ever start for the United States senior team.
It comes in from Acosta. Aaron Long have the awareness right now. I mean, he's completely free at that back post, puts it back in a dangerous area, picks out his center back partner, and he just finishes off with a diving header from right on the doorstep.
That ball's lifted up over the top for Lewis there by Kellen Acosta. Jonathan Lewis cutting inside. Lewis lets it fly. What a goal that is. Jonathan Lewis with his second, and the U.S. matches their best ever scoreline against Trinidad and Tobago.
Kellen Acosta, time on the ball, picks his head up. Lovely pass into space, and Jonathan Lewis picking up after a great year with the Colorado Rapids, where he was their joint top scorer, taking advantage of an opportunity. And Greg Berhalter, as the Lexi Lawless said in the pregame, he had a great camp. He came in on the outside looking in. We weren't expecting him to start. He showed well. He's given that opportunity. Well, what has he done with it? 2 goals on the night. Just faces up Pena, 1-against-1. Comes onto that right foot, picks out the far corner, bends it in there.
And it's a lot of these really exciting young players that we're getting to see in MLS week in, week out. Here's Arriola now. Gonna roll it instead for Ferreira, who scores at 7. Ferreira's been involved in 6 of them.
This one comes across as Jackson Ewell. These long diagonal passes, opening up the play quickly, shifting the point of attack. Little nutmeg on the pass there from Arriola, and this time Ferreira, the first touch is good. Sets it up where he has now an ability to pick out either corner. Notices where Fonsette is, then picks out that left-hand side.
It's a dangerous high boot, and a penalty has been given. Andres Perea, the high boot there on Ryan Telfer. This is Alvin Jones now facing off against Matt Turner. And Turner makes the save again.
That one against Orlando, it really shifted the momentum and the revolution going past them. This time he gets a good early jump on it. Strong push with that left foot. Crosses goal down to the right, makes the save, and gets up and gobbles up the rebound. You see that little bit of emotion at the end of that? That means a lot to him right there, I can tell.
The line for Jonathan Lewis. That ball stayed in play well. Lewis trying to weave his way around. Lewis turns the corner. The cross pinged around. DK was in there. There's Tessman now. Lifting up ahead. Kellen Acosta will play the cross back in the middle. DK let it go. Mueller picks it up. DK a chance, and it was blocked. And it's out for a corner. It was Hackshaw of Indy 11 who got his body in the way. And that's going to be the end of the game. 7 goals on the night for the United States. Their biggest ever win and their 27th all-time meeting against Trinidad and Tobago. And a number of individual life and career highlights for players out there on the field.